With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
The question says that if the roots of the equation x to the power 4 minus 8x cubed plus 12 plus 14x squared plus 8x minus 15 is equal to 0 are in arithmetic progression, then the roots are which of the following options? So since it is given that the roots are in AP, let us say that let the roots be, since they are in AP, we can take the first term as A and we will have the common difference as 2D, right? Then we will have the terms as, let us say, A minus D and A plus D. So these are two roots which differ by 2D, right? Where 2D is the common difference. And let us say that the other root is A plus 3D and another root is A minus 3D, right? These are also differing by 2D. So let these be the four roots. You will see why we took the common difference as 2D because we need to simplify the equations further. So if these are the roots, then we know that the sum of the roots is A plus 3D plus A plus D plus A minus D plus A minus 3D, right? This is the sum of the roots. We know that the sum of the roots for any equation, any polynomial equation, is equal to minus B by A, where B is the second highest power, a coefficient of the second highest power of the variable. So here it is equal to minus of minus 8. So minus of minus 8 divided by 1. So this would imply that A plus A plus A plus A, we have 4A, and you will see that all the D's cancel out. That is why we took 2D as the common difference. So this is equal to 8. So this implies that A is equal to 2. Now let us find the value of D. We know that the product of the roots taken 2 at a time and then added together would give the third highest power of x, right, the variable. So let us find that. So we need to find basically A minus 3D into A minus D, right, these two, then plus A minus D into A plus D, right, the second and the third, plus this into this, so A plus D into A plus 3D, right, and then the first term with the last term, last root, so we have A minus 3D into A plus 3D, right, so we have 4, and then we'll have two more pairs, first with the third, that is A minus 3D into A plus D, and the second with the fourth, so we have A minus D into A plus 3D, right. This should be equal to the third highest power of x divided by A. So the third highest power of x has the coefficient 14, so 14 divided by 1. So this is the equation. Now we'll substitute the value of A, that is 2. So we have 2 minus 3D into 2 minus D plus 2 minus D into 2 plus D plus 2 plus D into 2 plus 3D plus 2 minus 3D into 2 plus 3D, right, plus 2 minus 3D into 2 plus D plus 2 minus D into 2 plus 3D. This whole thing is equal to 14. Now let us simplify this. So we would have 4 minus 2D and then minus 6D and plus 3D squared. From this bracket we'll have plus 4 plus 2D minus 2D and then minus D squared. From this we'll have 4 plus 6D plus 2D and then plus 3D squared. From this bracket we'll have 4 then plus 6D and then we'll have minus 6D and then minus 9D squared. From these two brackets we will have 4 plus 2D minus 4 plus 2D minus 6D then minus 3D squared. From these two we will have 4 and then plus 6D and then minus 2D and then minus 3D squared. This is equal to 14, right? So let us see what we can cancel from these. We can cancel this plus 6D with this minus 6D. We can cancel these two 2Ds and then we can cancel this minus 6 plus 6 and minus 6 plus 2, and then we can cancel these two also, right? We can cancel all of these and then we can cancel these D squares and we can also cancel these D squares, right? So now I think we can write this equation. So we would have 4, then what is remaining? 4, and then minus d squared, and then another 4, and then we have another 4, and then we have minus 9d squared, right? And then we'll have one more 4, and then we have one more 4, and this is equal to 14. So let us simplify this. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6, so 6 4s are 24, and we have minus 10 d squared plus 24 is equal to 14. So this implies that minus 10 d squared is equal to minus 10, which implies that d squared is equal to 1, right? If d squared is equal to 1, that means that d can take two values, that is plus minus 1. So these are the two values for the common difference. Therefore, finally we can find the roots. So a minus 3d would be equal to 2 minus 3, and which is equal to minus 1, right? If you take plus the positive value, then you have this. If you take the negative value of d, then you will just reverse the roots, right? You can take, you will be having this as a plus 3d and this as a minus 3d. So either way we can take any one of the values, and this will give us the two possibilities which are the same. So we can take d is equal to positive 1, right? So we have this, the first root, then we have a minus d, this will be 2 minus 1, which is 1, then a plus d, which will be 2 plus 1, that is 3, and a plus 3d, which would be 2 plus 3, that is equal to 5. So our roots are minus 1, 1, 3 and 5. So let us check the options. Out of these we have the first option, minus 1, 1, 3 and 5. So these are the roots.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.